You dropped one. Oops, there goes another one. Got lost it. There you go. You like that? Did it make Fuzzy happy? Yeah. Hey everybody, this is Anna with Adventures with Anna, and I am here to show you my finished objects for this week. And I have no new works in progress because I finished everything that I started. Surprising, isn't it? But anyway, the only thing I've worked on is that Tunisian shawl that I'm working on, but I only did like 2 rows. So it's not even worth showing you guys because it doesn't look any more different than what it did before. It's just 2 stitches wider. But anyway, first I'm going to show you what I finished this week. It looks like Fuzzy's going to help me. This is a Tunisian crochet flower that I made today. You can see this center part here is just regular crochet, but the petals are Tunisian crochet, and it's just a Tunisian simple stitch. And I didn't do any fancy. I sewed the 2 petals together and then put the other 2 petals on top and sewed them through, and then I just tied everything together because I don't like sewing things on. But I do plan on making a how-to on making these petals. Give me a couple weeks. I need to do a few other things, a few other videos before I start doing these. But I do plan on doing a couple of Tunisian how-tos. And this is real similar to the one that I showed you before. I believe they were pink petals, or maybe they were blue. I can't remember. No, the knit one was pink. These were like a blue or a green color. But I don't have enough yarn to finish off and make another petal, which I probably need another petal to make it look right. But on that I used the Tunisian knit stitch. Like I said, this is just a simple stitch. And these are real simple to do. Real simple to do. The other thing that I did this week, which was, it's a breakthrough for me. I like Tunisian in the round. I like Tunisian crochet, period. Which, all but one project that I've done this week has been Tunisian crochet. All the Tunisian in the round that I have found on the internet is you start at the bottom and you work your way up, or with the couple of hats that I made that I showed you on Thursday's video for my charity hat video, you do regular crochet for the crown of the hat, and then the rest of it is Tunisian crochet. I knew there had to be a way where pretty much the whole project could be Tunisian crochet. So I sat down with my Tunisian crochet hook and I decided to figure it out. At least my way of doing it. There's the bottom. The only row, this right here, the first row is the only row that is not Tunisian crochet. And I could not figure out how to get that first row as Tunisian crochet. I might be able to figure it out eventually, but this is actually half double stitch because my half double stitches are about the same height as my Tunisian crochet. But anyway, I made this cool little dice bag, and it'll actually sit down because it's got a flat bottom, which is what my people like. They like the flat ones. But I thought it turned out really cute. It is all Tunisian crochet, Tunisian in the round, except obviously the drawstring, which is just regular crochet, and that very first row. I do plan on doing a how-to, showing how to do this as well. I thought this was a little messy, so I decided that I was going to try again. Now, I have not finished off this project. I still have the strings attached to it because I do not like this. I think it is super ugly. If there was such thing as an ugly hat competition, this would definitely be in the top few places. But anyway, I wanted to prove to myself again that I could actually do what I did the first time. So I made a newborn size stocking hat, Tunisian in the round. Once again, The only row that is not Tunisian is that very first row. Everything else is Tunisian. I experimented with simple stitch. I experimented with the knit stitch, which the knit stitch rows look much better. You can hide that ugly brown in the background. And I also did some experimenting with stitching in the back loop instead of going through the front loop. That's where these ridges come in. But anyway, I did it twice in a row. So that is another how-to. Fuzzy, what are you doing? Sit down. That is another how-to that I will be doing in the future. I'm going to stick this back in my bag because, like I said, I'm frogging it. I think it's ugly. And the other thing that I did on Friday, Jada in Stitches YouTube channel, she posted a tutorial on how to make a crocheted frisbee. I thought that was brilliant. So guess what I did Friday night? You guessed it, I crocheted a frisbee. Now, with the exception of this, which it's obviously not matching the rest of it, believe it or not, this front side is actually 3 different scraps of cotton yarn. The centerpiece here is one kind, and then I've got almost 3 rows here. It changes about right. Where does it change? So even I can't tell. But anyway, about 2 or 3 rows of the next color, and then the rest of it is another color. So I used 4 leftovers of cotton yarn to make this frisbee. It flies amazing. We had a little boy come Friday night, and I asked him if he'd ever played frisbee before, and he's like, no, he didn't know what I was talking about. So I threw it to him. He caught it. He thought it was a blast. We played frisbee inside in the castle downstairs for quite a while, just tossing this back and forth between me and him. With it being soft, it's not going to hurt anything unless it knocks over a drink or, you know, lands in somebody's plate of food. But there wasn't any other customers. It's just our gamers that were in, and he was the son of one of the gamers. But anyway, we tossed this back and forth, and we had a lot of fun. Well, then my son got a hold of it, and he thought it was a hat. So he put it on, which, you know, I guess you could wear it as a hat. It's a good place to keep your frisbee, right? But once I told him what it was, he thought it was really cool. So I will put the link in the description box below. This I will link to Jada's video. This was a lot of fun. It took me, with a lot of interruptions, most of the evening to make. But I really like it, and I'm seriously thinking about, when I get some extra money, going and getting some more cotton yarn and making some more. So that is all that I have made this week. Fuzzy, what are you doing? She's acting like she's stalking something, but there's nothing over there. Sit down. Sit down. Get her to sit down there so she's out of the way. The only other thing that I have to show you is a flea market find that I got this past week. We do have a flea market booth, and when I went in to check on it a couple weeks ago, I found some items that I wanted to get. There wasn't a price on them. I don't know if the price had fallen off, or maybe the person that owns the booth hadn't put it on there or anything. But I told the guy that runs the flea market what I would pay for it. And he was supposed to check with her. He never got back with me, so I don't know if he forgot or just, you know, figured he'd wait until I came back in, because I told him it's not super important, because my theory is if I'm supposed to have it, if it's there the next time I come in, which it's usually 2 to 4 weeks, because I don't go in every week, if it's there when I come back in the next time, then it must be meant for me to have it. That's the way it was with that knitting loom that I got when we got back from vacation, if you remember that. Well, anyway, I got this set right here. This whole set. All 4 looms. It has the little hook and some instructions for $5. That's what I told him I would pay for this, $5. So, you know what that means? Now, I do have this little pink one here. I do have another one, if you remember a couple weeks ago. I think it was the same week that I got the other loom, but I do have another one of these that is green. And I believe they're the same number of pegs. Fuzzy, what are you doing? Being silly. This might be a different brand too, I'm not sure. Because this pink one looks like the pegs are permanent, and the pegs in the green one that I have, which is currently holding my tablet, just so you know, knitting looms like this are perfect for holding your tablets upright so that you can record videos. But anyway, I know the pegs in the green one that I have already will come out, but these, which I haven't even taken this out of the bag yet, I've been saving this just so I can show you. Now I did have the larger two before. My pegs in the orange one, they were used. It was, given to me used. They broke off, so I ended up just tossing it. I saved the pegs from the orange one and the pink one that I had, so I do have extra pegs sitting around somewhere if I can remember where I put them. But I'm kind of excited about this because it does use a lot more yarn. I don't have a lot of bulky wet yarn, so it's going to use 2 strands of regular worsted weight yarn, which is kind of exciting because that'll help me go through my yarn stash a lot faster. And as in my Thursday hats for charity video, this is a quick, simple way to make stocking hats. You don't have to worry about dropping your stitches or anything. It is kind of bulky to take with you, but people think these hats look cool. They're fast to make. They use extra yarn, so you have excuse to buy more yarn. Oh, yes, there is one more thing. It's hiding. Now, it's not like I didn't know that I had this. I just didn't, click to go get it. But this has been in this bag for quite some time. Probably about 18 to 20 years, maybe, it's been in this bag. What this is, let me pull the book out. This is a 1980, see if I can find the cover real quick. Nope, that's not it either. Well, anyway, the cover's hiding from me because it's been folded up in that bag for so long. There we go. This is June, July 1981, and it's the Work Basket magazine. Now, my mom used to get these, and I don't know that she ever made anything out of them. I don't know. There we go. There's the front cover of it. But anyway, I made these cute little teddy bears for my boys. And I'm pretty sure I made one for each of them. I may have made more. But I found this little guy. They're with the pattern. All the pieces are here. So all I have to do really is sew it together. But I've already got the body made and stuffed. And instead of using yarn with this, I actually used the crochet cotton. It's a heavy cotton. I don't know what size it is or anything. But like I said, all the rest of the pieces are here in the bag. And all I have to do is put a little stuffing in the arms and the legs and the snout and put it together. So I'm going to use that, hopefully get it done in time to add to Heather's from Painted World Fiber Arts, add it to her amigurumi crochet along. I hope she'll accept it since it was pre-started about 20 years ago. I'm sure she will. But anyway, I got that, which it was hiding in my bag. I forgot I even brought it with me. Something to work on one of these days when I just don't want to do anything else. I think Fuzzy's found a comfortable spot on my lap. She's happy because she got her kitty treats. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys tonight. Come back on Thursday. I'm going to do my very best to be able to actually do a video pointing down at my hands for a very basic, simple stocking hat. So for those of you that want to make hats for charity but are visual learners and aren't able to read patterns or have problems with reading patterns, hopefully I can get that figured out. If not, you're just going to have to do it in front of me, and maybe I can flip it around so it's not backwards for right-handed people. we'll have to see. But if you've got the basic idea, and I'm telling you step by step what we're doing, hopefully those of you that are visual learners will be able to take that and use it to make stocking hats. So that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. Welcome to my new subscribers, and thank you for all my other subscribers that I've had for quite some time. I'm almost to 600. I am so close. I've been watching that number bounce up and down for the last couple weeks. I don't have anything big planned for 600, but I think it will be exciting to get there. And stay tuned if you don't want to miss any Tunisian how-tos or crochets with me's. Hit that subscribe button. And one other thing, in the description box below, I mentioned last week that I have created a Facebook group. So if you would like to come join that, the link will be in the description box below. And mainly it's just, I want it to be a learning page so that we can all learn from each other. And the way I have set it up, which is going to take some practice for me because I'm not familiar with this format of groups from the other groups that I, take care of. But it is actually a social learning setup. So I have some cool ideas and plans for that page. I'm really excited about it. So if you're interested, find the link down below in the description box, click on it, and come join me. See you guys on Thursday.